My unfaithful wife thought she had everything. She believed she had a happy marriage, a loyal husband, and a successful career. But I had already discovered her affair and was quietly preparing my ultimate revenge. She completely broke down when our daughter spat in her face and yelled, "You're a cheater. I hope I never see you again." Little did she know, that moment would come sooner than she expected. But that was only the beginning. Let's begin today's story in the warm and quiet living room of their suburban home in Chicago. The tension suddenly explodes as Sophia, shaking with anger, glares at her mother, Emily, and shouts, "You're a cheater. I hope I never see you again." Emily, who is usually composed and confident, stands frozen. Her face turns pale as the weight of her daughter's words hits her deeply. On the other side of the room, James leans calmly against the doorway. His expression is controlled, but a quiet satisfaction shines in his eyes. In a calm and thoughtful voice, James reveals that he had known about Emily's relationship with a man named Victor for months. Instead of reacting immediately, he stayed silent, letting her betrayal continue while he carefully planned his next move. Emily believed she had everything: an adoring husband, a loving daughter, and a thriving career. But as James watches her life fall apart, he knows this is just the beginning of the consequences she will have to face. The impact of Sophia's emotional outburst begins to ripple through the family. James reflects on what once looked like a picture-perfect family. Emily, a driven and successful woman, was admired by many and seen as a leader in their social circle. James, a dedicated husband, had always stood by her side, proud of the life they had created together in their quiet Chicago neighborhood. Their teenage daughter Sophia was the light of their lives, and James had worked hard to build a home filled with love and stability. But under that perfect surface, cracks had started to form long before anyone noticed. At first, the signs of Emily's betrayal were subtle: frequent late nights at work and vague excuses for being away. These didn't raise serious concern until the secret phone calls and quiet laughter began to stir suspicion. The moment that truly shook the family was when Sophia overheard Emily laughing on the phone and talking about dinner plans. Emily dismissed it as a work meeting, but Sophia felt something was wrong. It planted the first seed of doubt in her young heart. James got the confirmation by accident. One evening, he picked up Emily's phone to hand it to her and saw a message from Victor. It was short but full of affection, too clear to ignore. Instead of confronting her, James chose to remain quiet. He wanted to protect Sophia and let the truth come out at the right time. So, he began gathering proof, acting like the loving husband, while watching Emily's lies slowly unravel. This quiet determination, already seen during Sophia's angry confrontation, set the tone for James's careful plan to reveal the truth. As he continued his private investigation, Emily's double life started to come to light. James discreetly followed her and watched her regular meetings with Victor, confirming just how deep her betrayal went. Not wanting to rely on just his own findings, James hired a private investigator to record every detail. Each new discovery fueled his drive. Though he remained calm on the outside, he was boiling inside, waiting for the perfect moment. Meanwhile, Sophia's suspicions about her mother grew stronger. Already uneasy from the secret phone calls, her doubts turned into certainty when she saw Emily with Victor at a shopping mall. The sight of her mother laughing and acting close with another man broke her heart. That evening, she quietly approached James and asked, "Dad, is Mom seeing someone else?" The question pierced him. But James didn't answer directly. Instead, he gently promised to protect her from the pain of the truth, at least for now. Unaware of the storm building around her, Emily grew more confident in her lies. She believed James was clueless and began brushing off his questions with vague answers. She even tried to manipulate him, accusing him of being too suspicious or controlling whenever he got too close to the truth. But every attempt to mislead him only made James more determined. He realized how little she respected their family. This growing tension was leading to a dramatic turning point. James was quietly getting ready to tear down the illusion of their perfect marriage once and for all. His calm but careful plan was reaching its final stage. He arranged what looked like a regular family dinner at their home in Chicago, except this dinner came with a twist: the confrontation and the fall. Without Emily's knowledge, James secretly invited Victor's wife, Margaret, to the family dinner. He had carefully planned this moment, making sure that Sophia would also be there, believing she deserved to see the truth for herself. James understood the emotional storm that was about to hit, and he silently prepared himself for it. The dinner began with heavy tension in the air. Then, James calmly turned on the television and played a video. The screen showed undeniable proof of Emily and Victor together, leaving no room for excuses or denial. Seizing the moment, Margaret confronted Victor. Her voice shook with anger as she exposed his lies and cowardice, making the betrayal even more painful for Sophia to witness. For Sophia, the reality of her mother's actions was too much to bear. With tears running down her face, she stood up and spat in Emily's direction, shouting, "You're a cheater. I hope I never see you again." Her words rang through the room, filled with the deep pain of a daughter whose trust had been completely broken. Emily's once confident expression collapsed. She broke down in tears, desperately trying to apologize. But Sophia stormed out, leaving behind a gap between them that couldn't be repaired. James, calm but cold, delivered his final words to Emily. "This is just the beginning of your consequences." His voice was emotionless, a clear signal that her actions had triggered a chain of events that would change their lives forever. The aftermath. The dramatic dinner marked the breaking point for the family and set the stage for the fallout Emily was yet to face. Her life began to collapse. With solid proof in hand, James quietly leaked details of her affair to her workplace. The news caused a major uproar among her colleagues. Emily, once admired and respected in her career, quickly became isolated and avoided by everyone. Victor wasn't spared either. Margaret filed for divorce, leaving him financially destroyed and publicly shamed. As the dust settled, Emily was forced to resign. Her once successful career crumbled. With nowhere else to turn, she moved out of the family home. The life she had once taken for granted slipped away, piece by piece. For James and Sophia, the aftermath was emotional, but also brought a chance to heal. James dedicated himself to rebuilding their life, focusing completely on Sophia's well-being. The betrayal had created a stronger bond between them. Together, they found comfort and strength in each other's support. But Sophia's pain ran deep. She made the painful decision to cut all ties with her mother, refusing to speak to or see Emily ever again. Instead, she focused on moving forward, leaving Emily behind as nothing more than a painful memory. James, reflecting on the damage left behind by Emily's choices, felt peace in knowing he had done all he could to protect Sophia and offer her a new beginning. Emily's betrayal served as a powerful reminder of how trust, once broken, can bring lasting consequences, but also reveal the strength it takes to move on. Emily's final fall. Desperate for redemption, Emily made one last attempt to reconnect with Sophia. She showed up uninvited at her daughter's school, pleading in front of classmates and teachers for just a moment of her time. But Sophia, calm and cold, rejected her in front of everyone. Her harsh words and the whispers of bystanders left Emily humiliated and broken. In that painful moment, the full weight of her betrayal hit her. She realized that she had not only lost her family, but also her dignity and place in their lives. Meanwhile, James made his final move for closure. After winning full custody of Sophia through the court, he ensured that Emily's visitation rights were extremely limited, making it clear she was no longer welcome in their lives. To truly mark a new chapter, James sold the family home, a symbol of the life they once shared, and donated part of the money to charity, in Emily's name. This ironic gesture served as a public reminder of the price she had paid for her actions. These surprising turns revealed the full extent of Emily's downfall and highlighted James's firm resolve to take back control of their future. The story had come full circle. Emily's fall was complete, and James and Sophia could finally move forward, free from the shadows of betrayal. A new life begins. The emotional peak of the story comes when Emily's downfall is fully revealed. No longer living in comfort and success, she now works a low-paying job and struggles to make ends meet. She is no longer the confident and admired woman she once was. Her days are filled with hardship, and she faces the difficult reality of rebuilding her life from scratch. She destroyed it all, but we rose stronger. The contrast was clear. While Emily's life crumbled, James and Sophia were thriving in their new reality. Sophia began to shine again, excelling at school, her confidence and happiness slowly returning as she moved past the heartbreak caused by her mother's betrayal. James, having finally found peace, focused on giving Sophia the bright future she deserved, one free from pain, lies, and the ghosts of the past. As the story nears its end, James shares a heartfelt reflection. Through calm narration, he reveals a powerful truth. Betrayal can tear lives apart, but it can also spark growth, strength, and new beginnings. A new chapter begins. The final scene is quiet yet victorious. James and Sophia are shown moving into a new home. The atmosphere is peaceful, a fresh start, far removed from the heartbreak they once lived through. No more shadows. No more lies. Just hope. As James closes the door to their new home, the camera lingers on a letter from Emily sitting on the kitchen counter, unread and untouched. It's a symbol of her guilt and regret. But it's also a clear sign. James and Sophia have no desire to look back. The door shuts gently. That chapter of their lives is over. Ahead lies a future full of possibility and healing. A final message. As the story concludes, one powerful message remains. Trust takes years to build, seconds to break, and sometimes a lifetime to repair. Betrayal isn't always the end. Sometimes it's the beginning of a new, better chapter. While Emily's actions shattered their family, they also gave James and Sophia the chance to grow stronger, rebuild, and move on. Their journey shows that even after the deepest wounds, healing is possible. And that with love, strength, and resilience, you can start again. What would you have done? Now it's your turn. Was James's revenge justified? Or could he have handled it differently? What would you have done in his place? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your opinion matters, and it opens the door to deeper conversations about trust, healing, and what it really means to move forward. If this story moved you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Narrative Stories. Many of you who enjoy these powerful journeys aren't subscribed yet, so join us. By subscribing, you're becoming part of a community that values deep, meaningful storytelling, real stories with heart, lessons, and truth.